this is Coloring Bliss, and look what I have. Jelly Roll, the Moonlight line, has finally come out with new colors. Oh. That is the Archangel singing with joy, because I love the Moonlight line of gel pens by Jelly Roll. So we're going to unbox these and swatch them and color with them and play with them and have a great time. I'm so excited. This is part 2 of our weekly live event. Make sure you hit subscribe and like if you like this kind of content. First part was over on Facebook, where we have been talking about this line of gel pens and my love for them and gel pens in general. We started swatching the original 10 colors, and we are getting to where we're almost ready to crack into these 2 cases right here and look at the beautiful new colors. I haven't tried them yet. I'm so excited. I ordered them over a month ago. They were back ordered. I've been waiting patiently. They're finally here. I'm so excited to open them up and play with them. So yes, thank you so much, Sakura and Jelly Roll, for making new colors for me. I know you did it just for me. I think they heard me. I think they were watching one of my videos a while back where I said if they would just make them, we would all buy them.
That's right.
So they did. They made them. So if you're like me and you are a Sakura Jelly Roll Moonlight fan, Steve helped me design, well, I kind of gave him the ideas and then he designed this new swatch chart so that we can collect and catalog and swatch these beautiful pens and keep track of them. So this is a free download. Follow the link in the video description. You can come and download this so that you can keep track of your collection of Moonlight Jelly Roll pens. Now I want a swatch book for all Jelly Roll pens, Steve. But this one is specifically for the Moonlight pens. I love coloring with Jelly Roll, well, with gel pens in general. We have a whole playlist here on our YouTube channel on tips and tricks on how to color with gel pens. You can even paint with gel pens with some of my tips and tricks. So if you would like some ideas on coloring with gel pens, just follow that playlist and you can learn all about it. What I usually recommend people do is buy one of those big sets that you see on Amazon, you know, the ones that have like 100 or 200 pens that have a good variety of different kinds of pens. And then that gets you started and lets you experience and start coloring with all different kinds of gel pens. And then after you've dipped your toe into gel pens, what you usually end up wanting are some specialty pens, some of the really cool, unique gel pens. And one of the very first lines of gel pens I usually recommend are the Moonlight Jelly Roll pens, because they are so outstanding. They are very opaque and they work really well on both white and black paper, which is why Steve has made these swatch squares so that you can see both how it looks on both white and on black. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and I'll probably do some actual swatching in a black book here. You can see this is a whole bunch of the different Jelly Roll line here, swatched, so cool. And right here is the line of Moonlights, and you can see how amazing the difference is. The colors just pop on the black with the Moonlight pens, and that's why I usually like, if you're going to buy a specialty line that's a little more expensive, this is where I send people. And there used to only be 10 colors, and it was like, why, Jelly Roll? Why? If you would make more colors, we would all buy them because they are that good. And so finally they have made us more colors. So if you want to follow the links, we put links to where you can go order them yourselves. If you're like me, you're going to just go order them right away because, yeah, you got to have more. So follow those links. You can check it out, and then you can come download this swatch chart. Like I said, it's free, so you can just come on over and then you can have your full set syndrome satisfied. The other set of gel pens I usually send people to, in case you're interested, they're called the Pentel Sparkle Pop pens. They are amazing. They're like a hybrid between a metallic and a glitter pen. So they kind of get this dual color thing going on. They flow beautifully. They're amazing. So it's specifically the Pentel Sparkle Pop, and there's also the Crazy Pops. Pentel Sparkle Pop and Pentel Crazy Pop. That's the next place I usually send people when they're looking for specialty pens. Okay, but we're here to talk about the Moonlight pens, and I have got all of the Moonlight 10s swatched down here. So Steve has made this so we can keep track of both lines of the Moonlight pens. And currently, the Moonlight 10s, which are the bold point pens, are only available in the original 10 colors. So you get these 10 here, which you get 5 fluorescents and 5 standard inks, although it's the Moonlight, so there's nothing standard about these inks. So the difference between the two inks, I'm going to read it straight from Jelly Roll, from Moonlight, from Sakura. Moonlight ink comes in 2 types, archival and fluorescent. Archival Jelly Roll Moonlight colors, so that's, in the olden days, just these 5, which now it's going to be 20. Okay, the archival ones are pigment-based ink, chemically stable, waterproof, fade resistant. Pretty cool. And then the fluorescent ones, these 5 right here, they can fade if exposed to direct sunlight, but they glow under a black light, which we're going to test. I have a black light handy and ready, so we're going to test that here as soon as I finish swatching these top 2.
And so just to be clear, those 10 colors are the same as what you're doing up top. It's the size of the tip.
Right.
Is narrower.
So from here down, these are called Moonlight 10s because they're the bolder, bigger
1
nibs.
millimeter, I think.
Yeah. Yes, 1 millimeter or 0.5 millimeter bold line. It's a 1.0 millimeter ball is what they're saying. Okay. So I wish that the new colors came in the Moonlight 10, and hopefully eventually they will. But for now, all we get them in are the Moonlight 6 is the new colors. So Steve has made the top section of the swatch page to represent the Moonlight 6s. And so we get all 15 colors all 25 colors. I'm so excited. All 25 colors. So I'm swatching the original 10 up here right now, and then we'll dive into the new colors.
Right. And I suspect that the Moonlight 6 is referring to a 6 millimeter ball, a 0.3 millimeter line.
Probably so. Let's see.
Because that's what if that's how the ones...
Fine. A 0.6 millimeter ball.
Oh, okay.
You are right. The bold is a 1 millimeter, so a 10 ball. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
But we are talking about a Japanese company, so...
Yeah. So they just didn't want to put the point in.
Yeah. So that's the difference here. Okay, not recommended to put on your skin, although I think I did that in the 80s. I remember drawing on my skin with one. Okay, so then we talked about how these were released back in February 11th, if you're curious when the new colors came out. And they're broken into sections. We've got this section here is considered Jewel and Earth. So as you're shopping for them, we've got links if you want to go order them. There's this set here, which is the Jewel and Earth set. And then they have this section here, which is their 5 grays, which I'm excited about. Some of them look like a French gray kind of color. So we're going to see how they read out onto paper here in a second. So let's finish swatching these 2, and maybe Steve, while I swatch the last 2 fluorescents, will you dim the lights in the studio? Well, those lights. We have to close the blinds so that we can do our black light test. If you know anybody who loves stationery supplies, if they journal or color, make sure you share this video with them. If you're enjoying this content, hit a thumbs up. We're not sponsored by anybody. I bought all these pens myself, so in case you were wondering about all of that. Okay, so the way I've been swatching is doing 3 lines, so I can kind of see the thickness of the line that the pen produces. And then I'm just doing like a scribble section here and going over the white. And then when I get to the black, I'm having trouble because it's toner. And that little ball in the tip of that pen does not like to roll on top of the toner. But at least I'm getting a little bit of a swatch, being able to see how well it reads on black. So that's why I had Steve create it like this for us. Okay, the last one is Fluorescent Pink, and the way you find out if you've got the right pen in your hand is here it says Jelly Roll Moonlight 06, so we know we've got the right pen, Moonlight 06, and then right above the barcode you're going to see a series of letters and numbers. And right after the pound sign or the number sign, it says 420. That's your color number. So here, 420 Fluorescent Pink. So I know I've got the right number, the right pen, going with the right swatch here. So I'm going to do my 3 lines. But you can swatch these however you want, obviously. Your swatch page, you get to do it how you want. Okay, this is the Fluorescent Pink. So I prefer a bold pen over these fine point pens, but you gotta take what you can get, right? Okay, so that's all of the original 10 colors. That's all we used to have. So sad. Okay, so I'm going to put elastic around that. And let's try the black light. This is my fancy high-tech black light right here that I got on Amazon. It was advertised as a way to go hunting for scorpions.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm going to turn off this light back here by Rose. It's getting darker in our studio. You guys ready for scary? Whoa. It got very dark. Okay, let's see if you guys can see. Oh yeah, look at, okay, that's the 6s glowing up here. And then we come down and you can see how much better because of the bold, how it glows. Look at that. I'll try to do it not quite so direct. Okay, now the one that is really impressive is when you bring up my swatches on the black. See, every time a fluorescent one, I wish you could see it in the studio because Steve can tell you they like glow here in the studio. And then let me show you the piece of art that I drew using the jelly rolls, and you can see, oh, the camera's having a really hard time. You guys, give the camera a second to adjust. Maybe Steve can zoom it back a bit because it won't even, he's like, where? Just a second, we gotta zoom it back because the camera won't even focus. Come on, camera. You can do it, camera. What if I hold it back farther?
Yes.
Is it trying? Try the other camera. This, yeah, that one. There, now you can see. Look at that glow. Isn't that fun? Pull this down a bit and you can see the oranges and the pinks. Oh, so fun. Okay, we have now documented the glow of the black, of the fluorescents. Look at the pens are just glowing like crazy. Crazy. Okay, here comes the light back on. Blow out the camera. Woo! That was some bright light. Okay, Rose, we got to turn on this other light. Are you ready? Can I reach back behind you, sweetheart? Got it. Thank you, honey. You're a good girl. All right. That was like revisiting the 80s. Do you remember the black lights at the dances?
Oh, yeah.
That was so cool. And you'd get up to the front where the DJ was with the black lights and dance under the black lights. Do they still do that?
I don't know.
Do we have any youth watching? Do they still have black lights back before COVID? Okay, it's time to look at the new colors. Which one? Should we just open the gray first? Is the lighting off now, or is it just I'm color
You're fine.
dark? It's probably because I was staring at the black light. Okay, which one should we start with? I bet people are more excited about this one, so we better start with the gray. Yeah. Okay, we'll start with the grays. Here we go. Should we... Oh, she wants to smell. Not impressed. So if there was a product, one of your favorite coloring products that you've always wished they came out with new colors, what would it be? Comment below. Steve, do you have a coloring product that you like to color with that you wish they had more colors for?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, do tell.
Probably easy to guess.
The graphitins?
Yeah.
How did I guess? Or maybe the ink tints? What if they came out with... There's only 72 colors in the ink tints. What if
they need to come out with at least get up to 120, right?
120. That would be how many more?
I don't know. That's too fast.
48? Did I just do math that fast?
Good job. If you're right.
Of course I'm right. Okay. Enough stalling. They are a little bit different, you guys. Okay, let's take a look at this.
All right. Come on. Switch.
You don't want to be on camera anymore? All right, here we go. That was really difficult. Okay, they look a little bit different. Do you want to smell?
She looked.
I'd rather lick you, Mom.
Those.
Okay, so here is the new. Oh, they've changed up the logo a little bit.
Look at that.
Okay, let's take a peek. Here's a... Make sure I'm getting a 6. Okay, here's a 6. So here is the new 6 right here.
Let's see. Christy Ink Tints. Dana Sparkle Pops. Oh yeah.
Sparkle Pops.
Danny Black Widow pencils, more pastel colors. Lindsay also Sparkle Pops.
Uh-huh.
Michelle Fantasia artist colored pencils.
Ooh.
Sharpies. Prismacolor.
Yeah, Prismacolor would be fun too. Okay, I'm just giving it a really close look here while you guys comment. Okay, it looks like they've made the little moon and star bigger, and it's made out of like a rainbowy ink instead of just a plain... Well, maybe it used to be rainbowy too. Well, if it was rainbowy, they've upped the rainbow on that. I'll show you. Okay, gotta hold it really still. I'm really bad at this part. Okay, there. Can you see how it's like all rainbowy metallic ink now right here? And it has the 6. That's why I think eventually we're going to get the 10s in the new colors, you guys, because it'll have the Moonlight with a 10 right there. That's my prediction. Let's all send it out to the art angels for them to make Moonlight 10s in all 25 colors. Come on, art angels, make it happen. Okay, then it says Jelly Roll Moonlight 6 here, just like before, a little bit different shaped print, but it's all pretty much the same. And then it says, yeah, it's just 06 Sakura. Yeah, so they've just rearranged the print over here a little bit. But the big change is that really cool how they've upped this, that little logo there and made the ink all iridescent-y or something. That's the wrong word. More rainbowy. That's my best word for it. What are you laughing at? My art angel. Or my iridescenties.
I agree with Laura. The Kohinoor Tritone pencils.
Oh, those would be neat too. Oh my goodness.
Polly says Leia, her dog keeps trying to get to Rosie.
Oh, that would be fun to get together. Okay, we're going to start right here with number 440. Shall we play, everybody? Do you want to move the camera down? And the first one is called Blue Gray. Okay, so again, in case you're just joining us right now, if you are, welcome. And make sure you hit thumbs up if you're enjoying looking at these fun new pens with me. The way you know you've got the right pen in your hand for this free swatch chart that we have available for you at coloringbliss.com. It says 440 Blue Gray. And you look right here above this barcode, and there's a series, oh sorry, let me hold it in the screen. There's a series of letters and numbers, and after the pound sign or the number sign, there's 3 numbers. So it says 440. So that's the color number. So we're going to line that up right here on this chart that Steve has made for us. And the way I've been swatching, I'm looking to see if the ball, sometimes these new gel pens have like a little plastic, almost like a glue dot on the end to protect it, but I don't think these do. Okay, so the way I've been swatching these is to do 3 lines, just so you can see the thickness of the line that the pen produces, and then doing a scribble that goes and spans both the white part of the swatch and the black part. So this they're calling their Blue Gray. So let's see how this colors out. Again, when you print this off, you will, like I'm having trouble right now, you will have a little trouble coloring on the top of the toner. So it's not perfect, but it'll at least give you a little indication of how it's going to look on black. And here you can see really good between this swatch and that swatch, the difference in the line width between the 6s, the Moonlight 6s, and the Moonlight 10s.
Shay says that she's a newcomer. She's
Welcome.
been watching our videos and writing down the recommended supplies. There's so many. You've inspired me to start back coloring.
Awesome. Hopefully I won't break your bank giving you all these fun things to buy. There is a lot. Okay, I'm looking for 441 light warm gray now. 441. This one.
Beth Ann and Ragdoll Libby are loving your nails.
Oh, thank you. These ones, I put them on last week and they're still on. And usually they only last me 1 week. So I don't know if I did something right. Maybe it's all the extra hand washing. That should do the opposite. I don't know why they're doing so well, but thank you. They're fun. Okay, here we go. This is light warm gray. I'm hoping it's going to be sort of a French gray, like the Prismacolor French gray. That's what I'm hoping for. I love the Prismacolor French grays. Well, that line really didn't like that toner. Okay, remember, if you have flow issues with your gel pens, take a piece of paper and tap firmly up and down, straight up and down. You don't want to shake your pens. You don't want to like smack, smack. The whole point of the tapping firmly is to just engage that little tiny ball. That's all you're doing. So hitting harder and harder isn't going to make a difference. So firm tapping should engage that ball. Scribbling can help as well to get that ball rolling. Okay, here we go. The other thing, why are we not flowing? The other thing that can make a difference is the way you hold your pen. We talked a little bit about this over on Facebook. Gel pens can be a little finicky. If you're holding your pen too much at an angle, that can cause a flow issue. Or sometimes too much straight up and down, that can cause a flow issue. The type of paper you're on, that can cause a flow issue. This paper that we have here is a really good paper. Okay, I'm looking for 444 Cool Gray. This one right here. So you want a paper that has a little bit of a tooth or a texture so that it will engage that ball, but not so much that it is like a sponge and it's going to soak up all your ink and make it difficult to get pretty blends. So something in between is what we're looking for. Oh, this is a pretty gray.
Oh, that is.
And this pen is happy to be flowing.
Do you have any other hints for Dana? She says, one of my pink Moonlight pens just won't start no matter what I do.
Sometimes I'll take my thumb and if you roll the pen around on your thumbprint, I think it's a combination of the heat of your thumb. I have really hot hands, so this works really well. I think it's the combination of the texture of the thumbprint and the heat of my thumb gets that ball going and the ink going. That works well. I've heard of people using warm water to clean the nib, the tip, because sometimes it's dried up ink on there that's causing the problem. The other thing you can do is take some vegetable glycerin and do a little drop of vegetable glycerin on like a scratch piece of paper and then scribble into that vegetable glycerin, and that can loosen things up inside that tip as well. There's more extreme things you can do that would involve pliers, and I've heard of heat. We've tried heat. Do you want to see the results? It wasn't good.
Forgot about that.
Let's see if I still have it. We were laughing. Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I saved it because I knew this question would come up again, and I was like, I need to show them what happens if you try heat.
Was this actual fire? Is that what we did?
We tried a flame.
Oh, that's right.
Because everybody's like, heat up the nib. It will make it work better. So I was so careful, you guys. So careful. And that's what happened.
So don't use flame. That's right.
So, and I was so careful. So even, I think it just heated up and the heat transferred through the metal and just melted the plastic. So, yeah, I am not to be trusted with a flame. So that was a bad idea. So learn from my mistake, you guys. That's like a tale of woe.
Mentioned warm water, rolling in hands, you know.
Yeah, the heat of your hands, that kind of thing, is much smarter than a flame. I was desperate, so.
Della La Jeunesse says, Jennifer, after the watercolor challenge, I bought the ink tents. Thank you for the work and information. You helped me to make an informed decision.
Awesome. I hope you love them. Guess what, you guys?
How can you not?
I made a mistake. So this is 441. No, I did it right. 441. 445. I think. Now I'm really confused.
There's 445.
Yeah, but I think. No, I did it right. These grays are gonna make me turn gray.
You're so funny.
Just like a mom joke. Okay, here we go. 445. How can I turn? I can't turn gray. I have purple hair. Wow, the mom jokes are just going strong tonight. Okay, here we go. 445. I'm loving these warm grays. Warm grays are so much fun to color with, like in wood, for cement, obviously, but like stones. The warm grays are just so much fun.
Well, Polly had an interesting idea. She wondered about setting it on a heating pad on low.
That's a good idea. That's much
Just
safer
left it
than
there
flame.
For a little while. That might warm things up.
Truly, though, I was so frustrated and mad with this pen that I was just at my wit's end. So it was a learning experience. I didn't cry over it or anything. Okay, last one. This one is a green gray. See, look, that says 440. That's blue gray. 4. Did I just totally mix them all up? I'm going to go gray. 446. Hopefully I didn't. No, see, that's another gray. I've done it right. I'm okay. 446. Here we go. Oh yeah, there's some.
Ranito is wondering, are these Moonlights pastel, glitter, neon?
I would put them more in the pastel group. Well, they're fluorescent too. So they're an opaque gel pen is what they are. So they have both pastels and fluorescents in the Moonlight line.
And I think that on Dyck Blick they call them pastel and dark. Like, anyway.
Yeah. So, I usually categorize, that's the word, categorize gel pens in like, there's metallic and fluorescent, no, metallic and glitter. And then there's kind of standard, which would be like your normal colored ones. And then there's specialty. That's usually how I break them out. And I usually put this kind of gel pen into the standard group because they blend and work together as a group, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't blend together a standard with a metallic. You can do it. I'm not saying you can't, but they don't like to blend together. You can force them to do it, but they don't like it. So when I talk about in our series on how to color with gel pens, I talk about when you want to make a easy to blend together blend, you try to keep them in the same group. So you would blend a metallic with a metallic, or a glitter with a glitter, or a standard with a standard. So these guys I would put into the standard group. Does that make sense? But within the standard group, you've got fluorescents, you've got like pastels. They tend to be in the standard group more opaque, but you have like a scale of opacity. And some are not as opaque as others, and the Moonlights are way on the highest opaque type range. So I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm going to bring it up. You can take a peek at the grays. So blue gray, light warm gray, cool gray, warm gray, and green gray. These are the the 5 grays. I'm looking at them. The 2 warm grays are definitely going to color well together. Yeah, and that's definitely got a green undertone. The blue gray I would say is just a light cool gray. The green gray definitely leans green, but the blue gray I think is more of just a light cool gray in my opinion, but they'll work really well together. That's really cool. Really pretty. Okay, let's move on to the next group. I'm going to put an elastic around these guys, keep them together. Okay. Next group. Oh, look at those colors. Look at that. Look at that color. Oh, look at that one. Oh, so excited. All right, we need a drum roll. Everybody do your own personal drum roll, wherever you are. Here we go. Here we go, Rose. We're opening another package. Thumbs up if you like opening up new art supplies. It's like Christmas every time I open a new art supply. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at them all. Pull them on out. Do you want to smell them, Rose? Ooh, that's an interesting color. You want to smell them? She sniffs. You're such a good girl. All right, there they are. So we've got 10 here that I'm so excited. I wonder which one's the Bordeaux. Is it this one? 422. Yep, that's Bordeaux. I'm so excited. So these, they're calling their Earthtones and Jewel Tones, is this set right here. Earthtones and Jewel Tones.
I'm going to show the cover again.
Mm-hmm.
So we know
It looks like
the right ones.
This one right here. That's what you're looking for. So it's kind of got like a orangey top, like a really desaturated orangey top, and then sort of a lavendery bottom is what this package looks like. Okay. All right, here we go. So are they finding them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I put a link in the description.
Oh, good.
And so they can at least get there and find them. But I didn't see that there was the 25 pack, so we'll probably update it a little bit later and put the 25 pack.
Is there a 25 pack?
Yeah, a new 25 that has all 25.
They didn't have that when I was ordering. You had to buy them, or maybe they did, and it was out of order, out of stock. So this was what I was left with. So let's see these Earthtones first, which I think are going to be these top ones. I don't know. Let's find out. The first one is 405 Pale Brown. Is that you? Nope. Is that you? Nope. Is that you? Nope. All my guesses have been wrong so far, Steve. 405 Pale Brown. Nope. 405. 415. 417. Uh-oh. 431. Okay, did we make a mistake in our chart? Or is there a mistake? 425. Am I not reading things right? 417. This one is Dyck Brown. 415. This one's Yellow Ocher. 412. Ah. Is this, did we make a mistake on our chart?
Well, we pulled it from what they said, right?
Yeah, let's see.
We pulled it from here, so I wonder if their chart is wrong.
405 Pale Brown. 405 Pale Brown. This is the only one that can be pale brown, you know? Okay, let's keep going. 422 Bordeaux. That makes sense. This one's got to be Lavender. Oh, I'm so excited about that one. Lavender. Okay, next row, Sky Blue, 425. Yep. 428. Well, that's that one. 428. Yep. 431. 431. Oh, that's a beautiful color.
Blue green, yeah.
And then this one's 432. And this one's 438. Okay, so we'll have to make a change on the chart because the numbers they gave us here are wrong. Pale brown.
Is it only pale brown?
Yes, that's the
That's
only...
the only one that's wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's either 405, but I think we should go off of what the pen says.
Yeah, probably.
Not what their chart says because they've obviously... I would err on the side of the pen.
Right.
Not the chart.
Yep.
So we'll make a little, if you've already printed off your chart, just make what I'm going to do is grab a black pen and rename this one to say 412 on the pale brown. So cross that out and put 412.
Polly just donated. She says, Rose, apparently Leia has not forgotten you and loves you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. Did you hear that?
Margot pointed out that 405 is also fluorescent orange.
Ah.
Ah, yep. So that's what it is.
So they probably copied and pasted that down. So it's 405, 405.
Oh, okay. So that's all it is. Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you for helping us. Thank you so much for your donation, Polly. Okay, 412, pale brown. Here we go. Brand new color. So this one I'm hoping will help us with coloring nature and skin tones. Have we ever been able to do a skin tone with a gel pen before successfully? Oh, that's pretty dark. I don't know if this will be a skin tone or not. Maybe a darker skin tone, darker than me. We could do dark skin tones with this one probably. Oh, pretty. I'm always happy when we find a gel pen set that has a brown. That's like really exciting to me to find a gel pen set that has a brown. When we're done swatching on here, I want to know from you guys, would you rather have me go color to a mandala or go swatch on an actual black piece of paper, not just swatching on to toner? Let me know what you would like to see. Okay, here's Yellow Ocher 415. Let's see what this one does. Ooh, interesting. It's darker than the cap. Oh, these are going to be great for leaves. And this one is very different than, again, darker than the cap. Interesting. Okay, that's those two. Now Dyck Brown. See if it's darker than the cap. It's going to be really dark if it's darker than the cap. Yeah, that's really nice and dark. Feels, but it's a little different than the grays. Interesting. So, like I said, these are the Earthtones. I wonder which ones they consider the Earthtones and which ones they would consider jewel tones.
Nick would like to see us do a gel pen battle like we did with watercolor pencils.
That would mean I would have to buy a whole lot of gel pens. You know, the problem with that battle, you guys, is I would have to buy a lot of gel pens and I wouldn't be able to use them fast enough. And they would just dry up. It's like with color pencils, I can justify it because they can sit on the shelf for a decade and be just fine. But with gel pens, I guess we could gift them away. That's what I'd have to do to justify that battle. I'd have to gift them away.
Ooh, Nancy had a nice idea. She was saying the grays with blues for a stormy sky.
Oh, pretty. That would be so pretty. Okay, here's the Bordeaux color. Again, darker than the cap. Oh, really pretty colors. You guys, these are really like, they give me a graphitant feel, Steve. Like a vintage, that's the word. I have to write that word down. That's what these are giving me. It's a vintage feel. If you like that kind of color scheme, like a vintagey color scheme, don't you think they feel graphitanty?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, let's see if the lavender feels vintage as well, or is it going to feel brighter? Oh, this is so much fun. I'm in heaven. Okay. Is the lavender going to feel bright or vintage? Oh, it's a beautiful...
Wow, that's
It's going to look so pretty. It's going to be the light to my purple. Yes! You guys know I'm always trying to put together lights and darks and so I can get blends. It's all about the blend. So you can have like a flower petal. Like if you're coloring lavender, you need that light to the dark. So you have the dimension, right? Oh, look how pretty. But these four are like so just vintage feeling. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put elastic around those 5.
Oh, nice people. There's Deanna and Tammy saying, I could send you gel pens.
Yeah, that's true. We could probably get some donations from everybody for a battle. 425, 425. But then I'd be worried, like, yeah. Wow, my brain is just going to like, would I know if they're, how old they are, how fresh? Like, I know these are fresh out of the package, so you can judge like their flow and
feel like you're being fair.
Yeah, because I'd want to be super fair. And if I got one, then I'd be like, well, anyway, you guys know. 425. This one I think is going to be a lighter one, which maybe it'll be our light to this darker blue.
Adventures reminds her of the metallics, the metallic jelly rolls.
Oh, I love those.
Those up above, you know.
Yeah, you're right. The metallic jelly rolls, I like them because of they're also very opaque. But I like the Pentel Sparkle Pops. I reach for those more than I reach for the Jelly Roll Metallics.
Yeah, Nick says he has duplicates. He has over 6,000 gel pens.
Goodness me, I need to go to that person's house. Sounds like someone who speaks my language. This one's 428 Leaf Green. Oh, Now this is a better green. See, how do you color a leaf with fluorescent green? You can,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it, but it looks like a fluorescent leaf. Now this is a leaf green. We can do a tree, you guys.
April just donated.
April, thank you so much. Oh, you have the best fans. Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful green. So have they said whether they would like me to swatch onto black or go straight to coloring a mandala?
Several that like the idea of black swatching.
Okay. Oh, we got a blue-green. So this green I've always felt like was a blue-green. Don't you think this one has blue-green tendencies? So let's see if this one is more of a blue-green. 431. So they'd like to see it on black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nancy and I think a couple others mentioned Souffle and Moonlight compared.
Okay. Souffle is a specialty ink that Jelly Roll makes. That puffs up when it's colored out onto non-porous surface like plastic or glass. It'll puff up a little bit on paper, but not as prominent as it will on a non-porous surface. So those are pretty similar, but this one definitely leans more blue and that one leans more green.
Yeah. But
they're kind of similar. If they keep adding more colors, there will be more that will lean close to each other. It's just going to be inevitable. Inevitable? I'm not saying it very well. Fresh green. Okay, so let's see what this green's going to do. It kind of looks...
And Nick reminded you that there aren't any rules in coloring, so you can do the fluorescent leaf if you want.
Yeah, and I've done many a fluorescent leaf. That's true. What was my goal for that coloring page? To be less literal.
Yeah, it is funny. The first thing you thought was literal.
Yeah, I need to go back and finish that page, coloring those objects, and keep training myself to not be so literal. Wow, really doesn't like to color on top of toner. There we go. There we go. Some better ink to flow right there at the end. Okay, we have just one more. I wish we had like 30 more. I'm sad. Okay.
So what do you think would be better? Do you think
Ultramarine.
It would be better to just leave a spot that you can color in with Sharpie black?
Oh.
Or to have it printed? What do you guys think? I know Tika had mentioned that.
Well, it's really hard to color on top of the toner. It was easier with the thicker 10s.
Yeah, those look really good.
They didn't mind the toner. But the 6s, that tiny little ball, does not like to be rolling on top of that toner. So, but that's so easy to just print this off and the black squares are there and you're swatching.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's a question for them.
Yeah.
What they want you to do. I already bossed you around with this swatch page. Let's let them boss you around now. Okay, there they are. So, from here to here are the new colors. Why don't you take my face away for a second, Steve? Because I would like everybody to vote on, if you could only have one of the new colors from this line to this line are the new colors, the new 15. If you could only have one, which of the new 15 would you pick? While you guys look and vote on just one, you're only allowed one. Which one would you pick? And I'm going to grab the black paper and we will play with them on black next. You're only allowed one. That's mean. Okay. See, here's a few I practiced drawing. Oh, you can't see it. It's too. This is all Moonlight pens, Steve. Steve got to see it. Okay, are they voting? I'm curious to see.
Nick, Ultramarine, and Lavender, 425.
Which is sky blue.
438.
Which 438 is ultramarine. Mm-hmm.
Sky blue.
Uh-huh.
Blue.
Blue is popular.
Yep, fresh green.
Oh, yeah.
438 again, ultramarine. Ultramarine.
Ooh.
432, fresh green.
So green and blue are really
blue,
winning
green.
out.
423.
Interesting.
423 is lavender. 428, leaf green. Bordeaux, ultramarine. 423. 431. 431.
431 is that blue-green. That's such a pretty color.
Green, blue-green, sky blue.
Not a single gray.
Ultramarine.
I think that this set right here that came in this package is going to be their big seller.
Oh, wait a minute, there was a 411. Let's see. What's that one?
411. I don't see a 411. Maybe it was 441 would have been the light warm gray. All right. Very interesting. I was curious to see if...
Lots of lavenders towards the end there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of loving the lavender.
Oops, 431, she says.
431.
The blue-green.
A blue-green. So not even one vote for gray. Like I said, I think this will be the set that will be their biggest seller in the new colors. Okay, I've got my black paper here. That's why everything went black. This is, I'll show you this pad in case you've been looking for something like this. Which I've enjoyed this pad. It's by Canson. Canson XL black drawing. It's a 9x12 pad and it has 40 sheets in it. And I've pulled out quite a few and played around with this paper. It's not super thick, but it does have a bit of a tooth to it, so it's fun to play with. So let's...
Someone asked what would we pick. I think I'd pick the blue-green.
The blue-green?
Yeah.
I'd pick the lavender.
No surprise there.
How could you guess that I would pick the lavender?
I really like that fresh green too, though.
Yeah.
Those greens are nice.
So let's see how they look here. Because
Ragdoll Libby says, I voted for a gray.
Oh, there was a gray. Good doll. I'm so glad Ragdoll did because I love the grays too. In fact, let's do the grays first.
So pretty.
Let's get them represented. Okay, here come the grays. And I'm not going to, let's see, I'll write the numbers with their actual pen. 446. Here we go. I don't know how to do this. Should we do hearts? What do you think, Steve?
Sure.
446. Okay, so I'll draw a cute little heart with the number next to it, 446. And I'm not going to color in the whole heart. We'll just color in a bunch of it. And let's clean up just a wee bit here so that I can run the camera. I'm going to move this thing too because it keeps getting in the way. All right, now we are official. So I will just kind of color up like this. Oh, that was a big sigh, little Miss Rose. Okay, so that's the first color right there, 446. Okay, next heart. Is 444. Okay, so everybody's always asking for my opinion. So I would like to ask all of you to give people who are watching right now your opinion. So if they've already bought, say, a big set, like I always tell everybody, you know, for your first big gel pen purchase, go on Amazon and buy a big set of like 100 or 200. Now let's say they've already done that and now they're looking for a specialty set of pens, of gel pens. Which specialty set would you recommend if you're a gel pen colorist? Where would you send them? What would you tell them that they need to go buy? Okay, this is 440. Now, if you like that kind of conversation, getting advice about colorists, coloring and things, we have a Facebook group full of colorists. They're everything from beginner colorists to advanced colorists, and people come on to that group all the time and say things like, I found a deal on Prismacolor pencils. They cost this much. Is that a good deal? Should I buy it? Or they'll say, I need to buy a new set of color pencils. What would you guys recommend? And then everybody gives recommendations. Or let's say you're coloring something and you don't know what color to use next on a coloring page. You can post a picture of that page and ask for advice.
Oh, Adriana had an awesome idea. She said do moons.
Oh, for Moonlight.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too late.
We'll do the next, after the grays, we'll do the others in moons.
Yes. And then Polly says Crazy Pops.
Crazy Pops.
Tammy says get them all. And Dana says Jelly Rolls, hands down.
Yeah. So those are the two that I always send everybody to, is the Crazy Pops and the Jelly Rolls.
Let's see.
And specifically in the Jelly Rolls, I send people to the Moonlights.
Michelle would
first.
like more metallics.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly Roll glaze.
Those are really good too, yep.
Nick's advice is look for the colors you think you're going to use most at, and then pick a pack that has the most colors out of that pack.
That's a good idea. I like
Sparkle Pops.
Sparkle Pops.
Crazy Pops. Fran says Color Technique 80 glitters.
Oh, that's a good new suggestion. 441.
Melinda's Pentel's specialty pens. Those are the Sparkle Pops, right? Crazy Pops.
Yep. They make a hybrid pen, which I think is similar in ink to some of these other brands. Pentel makes a good
Oh yeah, they're
pen.
amazing. So those are just
That's
really
a good
fun.
place to go look. I think my hearts are they're each unique in their own little way. Yes. Now it's interesting, on white their undertones are showing up better than on black, don't you think?
Yeah. No, you're saying they're undertones? Is that what you said? Oh, I was thinking the opposite. Let's see.
Because like here, the 446, you can see the green here. But it doesn't read green to me here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it shows up better on white.
The color undertones.
Yeah.
But very vivid. It's very nice. I love that darker gray.
Yeah, that's really neat.
That is a really fun gray.
It's cool on white too. Like
Yeah.
It's just such a pretty.
I think of all the
gray.
grays, that dark gray is my
I
favorite.
think it's mine too.
That's really cool. Okay, so that's another question for everybody. If you could only pick one gray, which of the grays would you pick? Now that I've spoiled it by giving my opinion. I'm supposed to ask those questions before I give my opinion. Okay, so that's the new 5 grays. Moonlight 6, new 5 grays. Okay, now let's look at the other pens.
Yeah, Luminaria, Milky Pops.
Mm-hmm. Milky Pops are very similar to the Moonlight pens.
Yeah, very opaque.
Very opaque. So if you're looking for, that's these guys right here. They're very
Nancy
similar.
Says pull it. I wonder if I can do a pull on here. I don't think I can.
Oh, good question.
Yeah. Bummer.
Okay, now someone suggested I do moons. I'm not guaranteeing.
Well, maybe she was trying to do poly. Never mind.
Be cool to do polls on here while we were doing this, huh? Yeah. Okay, wish me luck on drawing moons. Are they voting on their favorite grays?
Oh, man, we're getting a lot here. 440, 444.
440.
Seems to be 440, 444.
The lightest and the darkest are battling
There's
it out.
a 441.
And the 441, that's a really light one too. Which one is 441? Is it that's the light warm gray. Interesting. Okay, let's see if I can draw a moon. Okay, they have it. I don't know if that's a waxing or a waning moon. Does anybody know on the end there? Is that a waxing or
Can get closer.
waning? Yes, I can. Is that a waxing or a waning moon? It's got a star next to it. I don't know my moonology. Okay, so I'm going to draw it the same way as... Oh, that's a really big moon, Jennifer. That's a big moon. Okay, this is number 432. Someone will know. Someone in our group is a moonologist.
Tika thinks you should make a half circle and then make the other side into a half moon.
Well, that's a good idea. And now it looks like a banana.
Then Polly, a crescent, and that's what you just did, right?
I made a banana is what I made.
It does look like a banana. Polly and Adriana both, and Jean, all were thinking crescent.
Okay, I'm just going to draw a little star next to it so it doesn't feel quite so banana-y. Okay, now doesn't it feel more like a moon now? All right, let's keep moving. If we have a row of them, they'll look more like moons, you guys, I promise. Okay, here's 428. Here comes our next moon. Let's see if I can do better.
We have a couple wanings, a couple waxings. So.
Oh, I think tonight's the last big night for the meteor storm.
Oh, yeah.
And tomorrow, if you guys are having fun and you want to join us for some more coloring fun, we're having our Bliss Partner workshop. We're going to be doing some really fun color pencil special effects with our watercolor pencils. And I'm using the Inktense, Steve, 428. So if you would like to come and see some fun things that you can do with your Inktense pencils, that's 428. Now
Tika says it's a moon with a nose, face profile, and a star next to the nose.
Oh
Yeah, you can kind of see it on here.
Is it on here? Oh, on here too.
Yeah, so that's what it's looking like.
I'm not going to try drawing that. Okay. I feel like I'm drawing like a banana and a cucumber. And now I don't know what fruit this is or vegetable.
Pepper. Yeah, Luminaria says or a pepper.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that color.
Oh, it's so
This
nice.
is that blue-green everybody was voting for. 431. I'll add a little star in there. Okay. Now this light blue color, 425.
Okay, so I think that the consensus is it's a waning.
Very good. I knew somebody would know.
Michelle asked if you've ever done a Derwent Graphitint tutorial.
We've done videos here on YouTube for like free events here. What am I trying to say? Live events. Steve has colored with them.
Yes.
But we haven't done a partner workshop yet with them. We've been learning so much about watercolor pencils with that battle, and then I need to tap this. Where's my brick? Sure. My brick. That's the first one I've had to re-tap. Not too shabby. As I was doing the research for the Battle of the Watercolor Pencils that we released on Friday, I learned so much about how to color with those pencils. That's why we're doing a workshop series right now. In fact, let me show you a sneak peek for those of you. You want to do the big, that one, yeah. That's what we're doing tomorrow in our workshop. Look at all these cool things I'm going to be teaching them, you guys. Okay, it's gone. Can't give it all away. But that's what we're doing tomorrow. So if you'd like to join a class, the difference between what we do tonight and on our partner nights is it's actual like instruction where I say, Okay, color it this way, and then step 2 is color it this way, and then step 3, do it this way. And now if you want to advance and do an advanced type coloring technique, add this, and now look how beautiful it is. That's the kind of thing we do on partner nights. With our live events, it's so much more casual. We're usually reviewing products and just doing, just fun talking about art projects and inspiring each other to just color and do some fun things. And we teach a few things along the way. But the partner workshops is much more about teaching and training and learning new skills and getting inspired by learning new things. So if that's exciting to you, come and join the partner level. It's just $25 a month, and you get access to all of the past archived workshops. Over a year's worth of archived workshops are all there with worksheets and all kinds of stuff. It's really exciting, and then you get to kind of get folded into the current workshops that are going on. So we'd love to have you come join us. Okay, sorry I got distracted because I'm really excited about tomorrow night's workshop. So let's do, oh, look at that blue. This was the ultramarine everybody really was excited about. Okay, I got to do this moon really well because it's the blue everybody loved. I'm really putting an effort into this one. This is going to be the best of all the moons.
Oh, wow.
This is what we're talking about when we talk about a blue, an opaque?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right. An opaque color that has enough strength that when you lay it on top of black, the color pops even on black. Like, look at that start. You could even write, like, that's why I'm writing next to it with it as well. You can still read. That's what gets me. So let me give you a little side by side. Here is, nope, that's a Moonlight. I want a standard blue. Okay, here's their standard blue, you guys. So not a Moonlight. This is their standard blue. See? It just melts. There's whatever the mixture is in the ink. It just goes away. But not the Moonlights. It's so fun. I love it. Okay, here we go. We have 5 more. Should I do a moon again, Steve?
Yeah.
Stick with the moon. These are those vintagey feeling ones.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited
That's
to
a
see how
vintage shape.
turn out. I don't know.
We'll do a moon. I can't think of anything else. Okay, so this is color number 412. This is the one that we got the color number from the, what do you call it?
From jellyroll.com.
Yeah, that they gave us the wrong number for our swatch chart. Steve will fix that for all of you. Probably by the time you guys get these pens. Hopefully they won't have stocking issues for too much longer. Number 412.
Do they show? They don't show up in dark, right? They're not glow in the dark.
No, just the fluorescence.
And even those aren't glow in the dark.
They react to black light.
light.
Okay. Here's that Bordeaux color. So the vintagey ones are definitely having a little bit more trouble standing up against the black. But they're still doing better than that. See, I'll show you that blue. Can you even see where I drew that? Right here is where I drew that blue with that other kind of gel pen.
Yeah.
You can't even see it. But that's why these are so amazing.
But yeah, they're still really pretty on black. I mean, that's what's nice. That
422.
muted vintage color.
Okay. I think this is Dyck Brown. 417. My moons are getting bigger. Oh, this is a really good Dyck Brown. I would call this a Dyck Brown. I'm just excited to have some new colors that, like I said, you can now color a tree. I think that's awesome. Do they change as they dry? Watch this. Look at it. It's getting lighter. Can you see it change? Can they see it? Okay, good. Look at it change. Even that Bordeaux brightened up. Interesting. 417. I'll do the star right next to it, and you'll be able to see wet ink next to dark. See how much brighter it gets? Oh, watch the star. That's fun.
Yeah, it really gets quite a bit brighter, doesn't it?
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, here comes number 415. This one is Yellow Ocher.
Stephanie left you a nice comment. She says, I'm so happy to have found you. You're such a sweet lady, and I'm enjoying your video.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice. Mishka, our cat, says thank you, too. I think he wants to say hi to the YouTube world. Sorry.
Yeah.
He says, I like Moonlight pens, too.
You like Moonlight pens, Mishka?
Maybe not as much as Mom, but I like them. Okay, let's see if this one lightens up too as it dries. 415. Now, what I'm curious about is, remember how I felt like the caps were not true to the color? Like,
oh yeah,
maybe on black, they'll look more truer. More truer? Okay, here's the lavender. I wish we could put the microphone right up next to Rose's sleepy breathing sound. Oh, second one to have a problem. Two out of the new 15. It's not too bad. Okay.
Adventures in Coloring says 422 Moonlight is like 522 Metallic.
423. Sorry, I'm concentrating on them. Okay, say that again.
She's saying 422 Moonlight is like 522 Metallic.
522 Metallic. Uh-oh, that's my broken pen. I wonder if it's this one. I can't read the number because it's the broken pen. It might be the one that's broken. Let's see if it is. Ah, I think it might be. Hard to see it on camera. I probably should swatch it on white too, but I think that's the one that she's talking about. Interesting. That would be a fun comparison to see if the new colors match up with any of the older existing colors. Okay, well that was awesome. We have we've already swatched the original 10. I'll show you real quick. We'll do it with these. I'm not going to draw anything fancy. I'm just going to swatch the original 10 really fast so you can see them all. This is... Okay, we'll do this really fast. There's 418. because we're coming to the end of our hour here, and 427. So my favorite thing to color with gel pens is Mandalas. What's your favorite thing to color with gel pens, you guys? 405. 420. Here comes the blue. This one is 436. Oh, such a pretty blue. Look at that blue. Here comes 424. Look at that. Purple. Oh, this red.
Wow, these are so pretty.
Aren't they amazing? 419. Oh, one more fluorescent here. 403.
Care Bear asked, are Jelly Rolls your all-time favorite gel pen?
All-time favorite has to be the Pentel Sparkle Pops and Crazy Pops. Though that line is just so satisfying and fun to color with. Second would be the Moonlights, because they are so versatile. You can do anything with these guys. Write a letter, color on black, color on white, blend. They're available open stock, and available all over the world really easily. So that's why I love recommending Jelly Roll brand in general, because it's so available. Yes, they're a little more expensive, but I am totally convinced that there's more ink in them. They last longer. I just think they're a better product in general. So that's why I feel really confident recommending them. So they're second only to the Pentel Sparkle Pop, just because the Sparkle Pop are so special. The Sparkle Pop are like a hybrid between a metallic and a glitter pen. They don't have very many colors, but they are amazing. So
Here, I'll go like this, and why don't you take them through now, the page, so they can see the color.
Okay,
on
so
white and black.
Here is the swatch page that Steve made for all of you. It's a free download. Come and get it. The link is in the video description. And it will help you catalog all of the currently available Moonlight pens as of April 2020. Hopefully they will come out with all the new colors in the Moonlight 10, but right now they're only available in the Moonlight 6, which means the fine point. So right here, this is all of the 25 colors available in the Moonlight 6. So you can swatch them out. Steve will correct that number right there. They gave us the wrong number on the website. We'll get it right so it will coordinate with the pen itself. So you can swatch it, and the way it prints out right now, it's a square of toner that's going to print out, and it's a little tricky to color on top of the toner, but you can make it work, and then you'll be able to see what the color looks like on both white and on black. And then the bottom section down here is a place for you to catalog and take note of how many of the Moonlight 10s you have. So the Moonlight 10 is a bold point. This is what I wish they had come out with the colors all in the Moonlight 10s, because they're easier to color with. The flow of the ink is much faster, which means they come out wetter. You can do really neat blends and really neat effects with the thicker tip. So hopefully someday we'll be able to do a second version of this with all 25 colors in the Moonlight 10. So for now, you can work on collecting all 35, and you'll have this place to keep track and make notes over here of things like, oh, I'm almost out of sky blue, better reorder. Which again is another reason why I like to recommend these, because they are available open stock. Unlike a lot of the sets that are available on Amazon, they're just these huge sets that you can't order just one. Or they have refills, but it's like a refill kit of like 100 different colors, and I like to be able to use up all my lavender and then reorder just the lavender. That's what I like.
Okay, so Adriana mentioned something that I think is worth looking at. So she's saying that like the last two numbers are the color and the first number is the line. So in other words,
Okay.
429 Moonlight is the same as 529 Metallic and 729 Stardust.
Ooh. Okay, so if I pull this Stardust pen out, we know it's a Stardust because it has a clear cap and a little shooting star on the end right here. I'll show it to you. So that's how I know right away that this is a Stardust. Stardust line is their glitter pens. So if we look now right here, and this has a 7. So she's saying the 7 indicates Stardusts. And the 1-9, let's see now. Do we have a 1-9? Is red. And that's a red. So where's my 1-9? Here's my 1-9. Okay. So let's come here to this little swatch page. And let's do the one we know first. Here's Jelly Roll. So this is 419. Okay. And here is 719, which is our Stardust. Look at that. Whoa. So now I want to see, is there a 1-9 with metallic? 1-9.
So is that a 519 then?
519.
Okay. Good info.
Wow, who said that?
Adriana was saying that. And then somebody else earlier too was mentioning, that had mentioned that they're the same color, the metallic and the...
Yeah.
They mentioned those too.
So now we know how to coordinate our pens. Thank you, Adriana.
Adventures in Coloring.
Adventures in Coloring. Thank you. So you can see the different caps. That's the other indicator. Nice sparkly cap for the metallics. Clear cap for with a shooting star for Stardusts. And then the Moonlight pens have the little moon on it.
So is there another, like the regular... And the souffle and the glaze.
Well, let's see. This is glaze. Yeah, 819 for the glaze. 819. Now the glaze is another specialty pen. So it dries a little different, and technically it's supposed to be used on a non-porous surface. So that's the glaze pen. And I don't know. No, that's pink. I don't see a red in the souffle.
What about just their regular pens?
That's just, oh, that's Balzine. 1-9. Just 1-9.
So they're not exact, but they're similar.
But you can see their logic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe right next to them what they are.
Okay, this one's just standard. I don't know what else to call it. It's just a Jelly Roll pen. And this one was metallic. Metallics tend to be more opaque. And shiny. Stardust, they are their glitter ones. They tend to be more translucent and shiny. And that one is their Moonlight, which is very opaque. Wow. Now we need a swatch book for all the Jelly Roll pens. Yes. And we could have them cataloged like this. So yeah. All the red, all the 1-9s together, and all the 05s together, and very interesting.
Yeah, so the standards, I guess, are called classics.
Okay,
yeah, that's right,
that
classics.
Makes more sense. Classic. And I knew that. Now that you said that, I knew that because when you buy their big kit like this, It's called Classic. Thank you for correcting me.
And then I guess the shadow wouldn't probably have those, right?
No, I wouldn't think so. Let's see how they're numbered. 51. So we'd have to go see if there's other 51s. The shadow ones are a real specialty pen, 52. So we'd have to go inside the Jelly Roll case, in case you're wondering. I think I did last year. I got this for my birthday, and we did a video on this when I got it.
Yeah.
So you could go back and see that video if you want to. That would be back March 2019-ish, or it could have been the beginning of April.
Or was it for Mother's Day?
I can't remember. It would have been in 2019. But you get this nice swatching chart here for all of the original 74. But the souffle and the glaze aren't in this kit, and the new 15 colors aren't in this kit. So be careful not to think that you're getting absolutely everything.
Right.
So, but you do get a little swatching sheet.
But that's where we could see kind of the numbers.
The numbers, yeah.
Fun.
Very interesting. Oh, so much to learn. I really do think Sakura Jelly Rolls are worth the money. They are one of the best gel pens out there. So
kind of like the Cadillac of gel pens, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're pricey. But like I said, I think they last longer, both in quality and the amount of ink you get. So that's why I don't feel bad recommending them despite their higher price. Kind of like recommending a Polychromos over a Crayola. You know you're recommending something that is more money, but it's going to do a good job for that person. So I'm okay with recommending it. So, but again, if you're just tuning in now, my overall recommendation is to start out with one of those good big kits that have a good variety. So like 100 or 200 gel pens. Start there, and that will give you some glitters, some just classic pens. It'll give you some metallics. Sometimes they even have like swirl gel pens and some really fun different kinds in there. Start with that, and then if you really enjoy coloring with gel pens, then start delving into some of these specialty pens and play around with those from there. That would be my recommendation. That's what I tell people when they ask. All right, so come and get your swatch page right here. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's video. Like I said, we're not a sponsored channel. I buy all these pens so that I can do these videos for you. So every time you hit a thumbs up or share these videos or commenting also really helps our videos. That lets YouTube know that you found value here, and then YouTube will share this out, and it helps Steve and I keep making this content for you. So thanks, Steve, for making this chart for everybody.
You're welcome.
And I hope everybody has a good day. And there was one other thing. Oh, yeah, and if you want to join us with our partner workshop tomorrow night, make sure you click on, I think there's a link, and you can come over and learn all about becoming a partner. You can come and color with me and Rose. She's looking at me out of the corner of her eye. What do you want? She says. Do you want to stand up and say hi? Stand up. Stand up. No, she says. What about you, Mishka? Do you want to come say hi? He says no too. He just laid there. No.
I don't want to.
Our pets are just so excited.
By the way, Adriana says no, the shadows don't follow the number scheme.
Oh, wow. Adriana has much knowledge.
Yes, she does.
All right. You guys are fantastic, and I hope you all have a wonderful, colorful, blissful night. Bye-bye, everybody.